do boat pose. So now we can either do it without the band or we can do it with the band. So if we were going to do it without the band, you've got the support of the hands if you don't feel confident enough to not have hands. But if you were to use the band, again, you put it round both feet. I'm thinking if you do one foot. Let's do one foot to start with until we're sure. Okay, so it's just round one foot as we've had it. Lift the foot into a tabletop position and just come roll under like you would a half roll down. And then just see if you can lift that other leg alongside. Wonderful. Bring that leg down. Now that leg that's in the band, straighten it for me. And then back to tabletop. Shoulders down, neck long, straighten and bend. Bring that other leg up. Now let's see if we can swap in the air. Well done, girls, it's brilliant. That's it, and bring that other foot down. Okay, so bring that other leg up, balancing. Bring it down. Stretch the foot for me. The leg is straight. In and again. And in. Bring the other foot up. And now, if you can, we're going to put both feet in the band. Oh, look at you. Yes, way to go, girls. So now you're going to try and straighten the legs. So you'll feel the hands coming up with the band. Fantastic. So this is called the teaser position. Okay, when the legs are in a V shape and the arms. If you can, lift the arms slightly. Yes, fantastic. And roll forward, let go of the band. That is absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. That just helps a little bit because the teaser position is arms and legs like this. That just sort of gets you used to holding that. Fantastic. Okay, so wiggle your arms if you need to. Let's let go of the band for a little while and come back onto our elbows. If elbows aren't enjoyable, you can come onto your back. I'll show you how to do them on your back. Bring one leg up, having your pelvis tucked under, and the other one. Okay. Now we're going to bring them to one side and straighten them, but normally we come back to centre and then we go to the other side. We don't go lower than 6 inches, but today what I'd really like to do is just to sort of bring them down and draw an arch and then to the other side. You're not coming over anymore, you're just doing an arch. Now if you're on your back, you've got both legs up, and you just bring them slightly down to one side, drawing an upside down rainbow. Yeah, no, not an upside down rainbow, a rainbow, and then to the other side. Okay, if you're on your back and you prefer 2 hands under your bottom, then please do. So it's really hard to do that. Could even do it with one leg crossing over the other leg and down. Well done. And bring the legs down and straighten them. Full body stretch. Flex and point those feet. Wiggle your fingers. Okay, we're going to stay on our back, and I'm going to show you in a second, Lillian, what you can do. Ladies, put both hands behind your head. What we're going to do is one ab curl to centre, and I want you to stick to the same side. Do one ab curl to centre, come down to a hover, let go with the left hand and reach towards the right knee, and then back to centre. So it's one straight up the middle and one to the right knee. Okay, and do 8 of those. So Lillian, we can do them sitting really, but I'm not sure about hands behind the head because that's quite difficult. So we can do a roll down and up, and then when we come down this time, when we come up, before we come up, just tap the right knee and then up. So down, you either do just one to centre, or you can just do lots of just tapping to the knee and up. or staying down and tapping to that right knee as many times as you can and then come back up. Obviously a lot harder for you. Ladies, when you've done 8 to one side, you're going to do 8 to the other. But Lillian, bear in mind what you're doing is a lot harder, so you don't need to do as many. And when you're coming up, really feel like someone is pulling you from the centre of your chest, trying to help you just get the shoulders off the mat as much as they'll go without pulling on that neck. Keeping the belly button down and the chin off the chin. Chin off the chin, chin off the chest. Silly woman. When Jackie and Annette have finished, which they look like they have, lovely. Head down. Just roll your shoulders and roll your neck, Lillian. And then the ladies lying down can just shrug the shoulders and push them down, and then neck side to side. Okay, we're all going to come onto the side and do some leg and bottom. We've done a huge amount on the upper body. We've just done some abs as well. You have a choice at this point. If your hand's hurting, if you feel you're done with the resistance band, then you can do everything without, or you can just add a little bit to it by having the resistance band. Wrapped around the top leg, holding on fairly close and coming down into your normal position. Now, you can have that bottom leg bent or straight, it's up to you. As I always say with this, it's worth reminding, when you come up and down, don't pull on the band. So I get my hand in a comfortable position, there's enough resistance, but I'm not pulling my foot backwards into a flexed position. My foot is quite loose. Okay, and when you go up and down, you push the band in, you push your foot into the band. So it's not pulling on the band, you come up and then push the ball of the foot and round out through the hip. So come up, push into the band, round down. Up, push and round. One more. Let's do a circle now, okay? So arms relaxed, shoulder down. Just enough tension for the foot to be flexed but loose. Nice and controlled and slow. And the other way, so the circle takes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward and backwards, forward. And then really push into the band to bring it back past the other leg, squeezing the bottom. Flex that foot forward, pulse, pulse. Push into the band, bring it slightly back. And again, kick, kick. And push it back, keep it back. Bend the knee backwards. And then push the ball of the foot into the band. So the knee stays back. And push into the band. Lovely. If you need to rest, please rest, otherwise we're going to do a rainbow. I'm going to do it with a flexed foot, so my heel taps the front of my foot. Bring it up as high as you can, and then I'm going to just tap the back of my foot, or you can just make them a little bit bigger. So I'm going to do 1, 2, lift, 1, 2, lift, 1, 2. And bring that foot down, bend your knees. Okay, right, you can either do clams, free, or you can do clams with resistance band. Now, because I've got bare skin, I'm likely to really pinch myself, and it'll be my fault. So the band's going to go behind the thighs, up just above the knees. I'm going to do a big crossover, and you can either just hold that with one hand, your top hand, it's easier than tying a knot and all of that business. Okay, so you're just holding it with your top hand and your bottom hand is underneath your head for supporting it. And then you're going to do clams like this. So you're just going to lift that leg, not very high, keep it there. And then slowly back down. And again, lift. I've got my knees quite high, shins parallel, or you can have them at a slightly different angle, but it's easier to hang on to the band if your knees are forward. Lovely. Now we're going to come out and do a very soft pulse down. So it's not jerky, it's just flow, pulse, down. Really working into that outer thigh. And feel the inner thighs working as well. You're going to open that knee, hold it there, push the front of the foot forward, front of the leg, and down. And again, open, stretch, back, and down. Last one. Leave it there. Bend, hold, hold. For 3, 2, 1. And bring that knee down. Oh, goodness me. So give your bottom a rub. And let's push ourselves up to sitting. Let's keep the band where it is and start the other side so we're not fiddling and faffing around too much. Let's just bring yourself down to the other side to start with clams this time. Knees bent, feet together, holding onto that band again, and same thing. And I'm not even trying to push more than feels comfortable because you've got enough resistance. My band is tight, so I don't want to push my leg more because you'll just get pains in the hips. I'm not letting the knee drop either. I'm squeezing down as the knee comes in to get my inner thighs. Feels very different doing them like this. So have your knees right up in line with your hips and it'll be much easier to hold onto your band. And shins on the edge of your mat. Right, open the knee, stretch the leg. Be careful there because that can make your knee feel a little bit funny. So if you're stretching your leg, maybe don't lift quite as high with the knee. Last one, just hold it, bend, hold the clam now for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come down. Okay, so ball of the foot into the band again. If you need to sit up then that's fine. I need to take a swig of water anyway. Take your time to get back into position. Starting with leg lifts. As we're doing them, I'll just make sure you're in the right position. So you've got your arm long down your side. Remember your foot is flexed but not forced in a flexed position. Push into the band with the ball of your foot each time. Round out of that hip as you push it down. One more. Doing a circle, slow one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again. Nice big one. Third one, and then we'll reverse. So reverse 1, 2, 3, 4. Core switched on to keep your body nice and still. Last one. Foot forward. So 1, 2. Push into the ball of the foot into the band. Come back. Squeeze your bottom. One more. Keep the leg right back, knee bends, heel towards the bottom. Still pushing into that band as you straighten the leg. Okay, keep the legs straight, let's do rainbows. 2, lift, 1, 2. I'm not coming all the way down, but you can. And one more. And bend the knees, let go of the band and wiggle your fingers. Well done. Superb. Okay, let's push up to sitting.